Hello again, class. It is good to see you through the computer. I want to congratulate you on making it to week 4 and encourage you to make it through this highly hectic week. If you have a schedule that you're filling out, try to make it as free as possible because this week is going to be a busy one for you. First of all, I want to apologize last week for talking about Luke when you were reading John. I guess spring break threw me off a little bit too. This week is about Luke, not only Luke, but also Acts. And I want you to read, I'm sure by now you're still thinking, I'm reading the same story over again. Remember, it's the same story, different audience, different author, different themes, different points being made. Try to see where things are different and try to explain why by looking at the contexts above and below, the larger picture. Use other resources if you need. Also, Acts will kind of transition us from the Gospels into the letters of Paul. The letters of Paul will take you into a whole nother realm of the New Testament. And I hope you found the Gospels thoroughly enjoyable and enlightening. And hopefully it's deepened your faith a little bit too. A couple quick announcements. Quiz 1, question number 4, I went on and counted all of them right because it was a little too picky of a question on my end. Quiz 2 should be done pretty soon. It is open and reviewed. If there are any technical difficulties, please communicate with me. Email is best, or send me a message via Engage. Week 4, like I said, is going to be a big week. You're going to have a paper due at the end of the week. As you have turned in your outline, go on and start writing your rough draft and send it to the classmate above you alphabetically with the last name. You will be receiving yours from the alphabet below you, and the next paper, the order will reverse. The main reason for doing this is you do get to review a few other ideas and maybe make your own paper better. Be careful not to plagiarize each other, and be very careful not to plagiarize from the internet or other sources. Please remember that if it needs to be in quotations, put it in quotations, make a citation. If it's longer than 3 lines, it needs to be indented on both sides, and please remember that long quotes do not count toward your page total. I've seen plenty of papers where there are a few thoughts and ideas from the writer and big passages quoted from scripture, big passages quoted from online, where they didn't plagiarize, but they sure didn't put much thought into it. If no one sends you their paper to review, please email me and I will take care of it from my end. That won't affect you any. It's just hopefully with as small of a class and as engaged as you all are, we don't have that problem this semester. The paper will be due at the end of the week, so please try to get the rough draft to your classmates early on so that you can find all the little mistakes that cost big points, the grammar, spelling, syntax, citation issues, so that your classmate can get their paper back and correct those things and get the highest grade possible. Also, your exam will be in week 4. I will open it about midway through the week, and you should set aside a big chunk of time. I know it's only 20 questions or so, but there are some short answer, short essay, and as you've learned by now, the multiple choice questions aren't just things that you can Google. They are hopefully things that show your comprehension and referencing skills back to the texts Please remember to use your resources, use the internet to try to find answers. If you're learning, that is the purpose of the course, and my objectives have succeeded. Also, for those of you who have taken the first quiz and are working on the second, as I was looking over all the grades, there were a few people who took the test in 20 minutes and did okay. There were quite a few people who, if it was under 30 minutes, your grade was a lot lower. Those who spent a little more time on it did get better grades. So each of these quizzes counts. I believe that each one of y'all can receive an A in this class, but it's not going to be easy. I was thinking about this earlier today. Why do people not just sit down and set aside time to read the entire New Testament? Simple answer: because it's hard. You're undertaking a difficult task, not only in reading a big chunk of scripture in a short amount of time, but you're also discussing it. You're also trying to digest it and post about it and take tests on top of your everyday lives. So my sympathies are with you, but I also know how excellent you can be. So continue striving forward, and happy reading.